We've started.
Oh, man, I didn't get my coffee.
Oh, man. Too bad.
Too bad.
Dookie.
I'm Rob.
I'm Charlie.
I'm Glenn. We're trapped in a closet here.
Damn it. This is such a stupid goddamn situation. We gotta get out of here, Dennis. We
just start the episode.
Caitlin would probably love for me to let everyone know that her breath did not really stink.
Well,
bum rush her and choke her out with her own belt.
really?
Damn, you're escalating. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
She smelled like bacon, as I recall.
Really?
Yeah, she just had breakfast, and she smelled like bacon. I'm just kidding. I don't know what she smelled like.
Plan or idea, and then all of a sudden everybody's on the gas, nobody's on the brakes, nobody's thinking.
This is a fun idea, though, to start an episode where we just dive right into it. You're like right in the middle of,
Yeah.
it's not like you walk into the bar, it's like, hey, let's break into a house. It's
Yeah, starting in the middle of the
start in the
action.
middle. And
Got to examine our process.
But this is another one like
But right now I'm trying to come up with a solution, so if you don't want to just
hostage
Yeah.
or
Vigil-
bums making a mess of all over the city or whatever, where we had to try different music to make the episode work.
Okay.
Yeah, it just didn't quite work with the sunny music.
Yeah, the sunny music didn't work.
Really setting up some stakes in this one.
Yeah, a high stakes episode. Like hostage. Like the gang gets held hostage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always good to have high stakes.
Well, these stakes seem lower to me. Like, these characters generally don't care about finding themselves in these kinds of positions. You know, like, why wouldn't they have just walked right out at this point?
Well,
Well, that's the whole thing. The telling of that story is like finding
you
out
start to understand. You piece it
their
together.
paranoia, they figure
Right.
the southern accents of these people have them frightened.
And they want to get to the bottom of it. And it's like, at this point, where the hell are Mac and Charlie? That's what you're thinking.
we don't know.
You're thinking, where's Frank? Enough with these two.
Nah, I don't think you're thinking
No, you're
that
thinking
quite
not
yet.
thinking that.
Yeah, I think you're riveted.
You get quadruple onions on your burger. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was going to be
Quadruple onions.
for the afternoon.
That's a good joke.
Definitely regret being dragged along into this whole thing.
For what purpose would you have been dragged? You nosed your way into this like you do everything. You are nothing but
Nosing your way into things.
loud voice. Breath reeks. Nosy.
Oh, she's leaving. She's gone.
She's
When
gone.
she walks out
Now,
of the
here we
room.
go. Now we get to the story.
Now, I remember when we... Okay, here we go.
What is your status? Have you recovered the artifact yet?
No. We are off the artifact plan. We are not doing the artifact plan anymore. It is a stupid plan.
I felt like we were actually trapped in that closet, shooting that scene for so long.
Yeah.
Fact, it belongs in a museum. It belongs in a museum, bro.
Adults should
The concept that these characters care where an artifact belongs is
Dumb movie?
pretty ridiculous.
I love this. This is after the first episode where we established those type of shirts. Those
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the
Atomic Bahama.
Tommy Bahama
Bahama.
shirts.
Oh, man, those are great shirts.
they are
They're unbelievably
incredibly comfortable. Yeah.
And I'll
Yeah.
be in and out like a demon's
And yet they really send the message that
restaurant.
you've given up on life, that you're just going to kind of cruise and take it easy.
And yet somehow Charlie Sheen probably thought that it doesn't give off that message because he wore them all the time on 2.5 Men.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, he was on a massive amount of drugs, we found. So, I don't know about his decision-making process.
For me as
Is it
well.
out
That's
for you?
also dumb. I like that one.
Guys, can we talk about this later?
There's a shoe buffer in this apartment, most importantly.
Now here's Frank.
Ah, that's a great reveal. That worked well.
Forget about the vase, Frank. We're bailing on the vase, okay?
Danny is remarkably limber for
Unbelievably
a
limber.
man of his age
We are men
and
of honor
stature.
who protect artifacts from those who steal them.
You didn't give a shit about artifacts 2 hours ago.
So what? Now we do. Yeah, what's that have to do with anything?
Well, we should not be committing crimes based
You
on
know,
beliefs
now-
that are 2 hours.
Now we care.
Yeah. This is great.
That was a good line. I think that was a Love line, right? Love
Love
Rocket
Rocket,
line.
yeah, he did right.
Love did a great job.
He's been a nice addition to It's Always Sunny.
In case you're wondering who we're talking about our writer Love Rocket, who wrote this episode.
Yeah. Funny man, smart guy.
Indian.
Me too.
He's Indian. We're very diverse.
That's true.
We're very
About
diverse
that.
on our
We don't
show.
discriminate.
Not by writers, only with our actors.
Yeah.
White people only, I guess.
Whites only.
Yeah.
This was on stage, right? In the van, we're on stage.
That's on a sound stage, yeah.
We are not sitting outside the house here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, you forget. Like,
all
I'm watching,
fake.
I forget.
It does seem like we're there.
Yeah.
We see cowboy
Pointy
boots.
shoes. He's got pointy feet.
Pointy feet. Now, Charlie has worn
Cowboy boots
cowboy
in the
boots
past.
in the past, and he doesn't have pointy feet.
Yeah.
You have?
No, my character.
The guy's wearing cowboy. Oh,
It's
In the first
as
episode of
the
this particular season.
Texas oil man.
Yeah.
Don't point out the flaws in our.
Look,
sorry.
now hold on a second. Just because he's worn them doesn't mean when he's seeing them through binoculars and he's feeling tense that he doesn't put two and two together.
Right. Okay.
That's not a smart man.
I buy it.
About.
What the hell?
Yeah, this was a lot of scenes in a row that you guys were just sitting in this closet.
I was because because Dennis, my character, was so upset about everything the entire time. I remember when we were shooting this, I was genuinely getting upset because I was in a state of such anxiety and anger the entire day that by the end of the day I was genuinely pissed off, and I didn't know why.
That's awful, like Daniel Day-Lewis of you. You know, mixing
Thanks, man.
mixing the man and the character.
We didn't know what was what.
We had to call you Dennis all day.
Yeah, I was in my trailer, beating.
Fuming.
This
is the chip thing.
I've never understood that thing where, like he's playing Abe Lincoln and everyone has to call him Abe Lincoln. Like, all right, so then what about the fact it's like, all right, Mr. Lincoln, let me explain to you. This thing pointing at you is a giant camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's capturing your image. It's going to...
Well, you'll have to ask Daniel Day-Lewis about that.
DDL.
Anyway, he's awesome in everything he does, so I really shouldn't pick his process apart.
Now, this whole thing with the chips, you guys made that up on the day. That wasn't in the script, as I recall.
That's right, yeah.
That's
we
right.
just had a bag of chips and we started eating them.
Yeah.
And it turned into a whole thing on the day you guys shot it. It might have been. Was it in the script in a minor way, and then you just expanded it? Is that what it was?
I can't remember. I remember the explosion about the chips was not in the script.
No.
Yeah.
And most of the explosion was I was trying to hide the fact that I was laughing
Yeah,
so
you're
hard.
laughing through the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Unbelievably unprofessional.
the chips was one of those things where, like we're doing a scene and then we realize it's funny that you're eating chips, so why don't we just make it that my character also wants a chip, and you're annoyed by the fact that I didn't buy my own chips.
At the chip store when you had the chance.
And it's one of those things that you're like, this is funnier than the scene itself, so it's kind of focused.
If you want a chip, you could have gotten a bag at the hamburger store.
And also, because every time I would start the line, I'd see you laughing, and then I would start laughing.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
also
always
like-
better to blame it on this other person in the scene.
I also like the idea of calling it a hamburger store.
Yeah.
Everything is a store.
Yeah.
on our
A
show.
welfare store.
Yeah, the hamburger store, the hamburger store.
Who cares?
No, listen to me. Who wants to see Jay Leno 15, 16 times?
Jay Leno tickets.
No one wants to see him once.
At all, right?
I got a theory.
Take that, Jay Leno.
Yeah, we took a shot at Leno.
Here with Leno. Frank, if she was banging Jay Leno, why would she have to buy a bunch of tickets to his show?
That's stupid, Frank. Use your head. I've got an idea, though. She's trying to kill him. She's still very upset about the whole
And
Conan
now the
thing.
characters are escalating, right? Isn't that this is another runner? Runners. That's what Sunny's always about,
Runs.
Picking up on themes and runs. And
We have got to get out of
Yes.
here now.
That's right. Let's go.
Back off, bitch. I ain't leaving until I get...
whip.
Full infighting.
The music tells you how to feel.
That man is he's funny to look at. He's funny to listen to. He's funny. Now that's in a very ritzy part of California, isn't it? Wasn't this
Yeah.
Hancock Park?
Yeah, but it was in like a gated
a
community.
gated thing like below Hancock Park? And like right near Muhammad Ali's old home, remember
Yeah,
that?
he lived
This
across the
is
street.
fun.
Bitch, I am not getting hogtied over your lack of grace.
I hope they hugged
Lack of
Gangly,
grace.
uncoordinated bitch.
in their basement for 10 years.
We had a bit of a runner this year where we called Dee a bitch so many times this season. It's insane.
He just randomly comes home with some.
Everybody's constantly calling her a bitch this year.
He knows something. Well, we should just do
The walkie-talkie clipped on your
pull the
pocket.
trigger.
Pull the trigger. What does that mean? Who's she talking to? What is she talking to?
And this is great because this is a callback to the road trip episode where she couldn't.
Yeah.
Whereas like her character can never
Hold her piss.
hold her piss.
I think it might not be. You know what I mean? I mean, who is she talking to right now? One person, they're gonna pull the trigger on somebody.
Yeah,
Jesus.
she's wonderful.
She's brilliant in
She's
this.
so good.
Because I think knowing this might help us get out of this mess. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, D? You should be nosing into this like crazy right now.
I can't hold it anymore.
What?
The toilet's right behind you, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pee in it.
Oh no. You're just gonna intentionally spray DNA all over the ground.
Spraying DNA everywhere. As if like
Yeah, as if you're like a cat. You pee like a cat. Or a skunk.
it's just
or
gonna
something.
explode out of her.
This is when you discover that whispering is actually a lot harder on your voice than yelling.
Oh my god.
You know,
It's really
do you
hard.
remember the whole thing that we had to kind of figure out like how much of a whisper to do, like whether
Right.
we should do like a really like like a really airy one or whether you should put a little voice behind it. I can't remember what we landed on.
This.
What is it though? A combination of both?
Didn't we?
It's
Yeah,
a whisper speed. It's kind of like whispering and talking all at once.
but I think it changes throughout the episode based on
probably.
take.
Based on what was the funniest take. Yeah.
Without the guys, they're as good as dead. There's no
Holding down the button while having this conversation.
You're right, man. You know what? We should just get the hell out.
Well, because I'm so tense.
Philadelphia. I mean, we should just drive and drive and drive and not look back. We should go to Arizona and open up that imported leather shop.
The leather shops in Arizona is great.
That's very funny.
The leathers. Of course, the leather.
Tassels
All the
and
leather. Okay, do the keys.
aqua, kind of like, you know, like those like little metal, like silver circles, and then they'll have like a aqua stone
aquamarine,
in it and like a feather hanging off it. That's a bad look. If you're wearing that right now, take it off and throw it in the fireplace.
It's a Tex-Mex look.
It's definitely a Tex-Mex look.
What's the status on the vase?
Do not take off on us. I repeat, do not take off on us. Leather shop in Arizona? Are you serious? There are far too many
Dennis,
leather
of
shops
course,
in
has
Arizona.
opinions about leather shops.
Well, this actually came from. I mean, I remember doing a road trip across the states and how there were just leather shops everywhere. Like in New Mexico and Arizona, like any town you went to, there were just leather shops everywhere.
Yeah,
A lot you can do with leather.
not good to be a cow out there.
Okay, I want a chip. Don't bring Give me a chip. He wants chips, and I asked him in the store.
As if I care.
Son, you want a bag of chips? He said, no, I don't want chips. You're not
Give him a chip.
If you wanted a goddamn chip, you should have gotten a goddamn chip at the hamburger.
Calm down, listen.
That's very
Create a
Walter
diversion.
in the
She's flushed the
what's
toilet.
this is baby brain talking.
Big
Big
Lebowski.
Lebowski, yeah, like just getting frustrated with Dumb Donnie or whatever.
What if this gets cursed? Okay, maybe that's
You know,
why things aren't going well, right?
I'm glad that you lost the weight for your health,
Touch it. I repeat, touch this face if you see
but
it.
God, it would be funny if you were still fat.
Look at
It's
my
just
legs.
funny.
I'm just a beast.
Get D to touch it. Is D there? If you find D,
Are you still talking about the vase? The vase is not yours.
Probably if you just grow your beard out super long, nobody will
notice
even
it.
notice
Yeah.
that you aren't fat this year.
Had me all freaked out about spray and DNA evidence. Wait, what's going on with Mac and Charlie?
I can't get them to stay focused. They keep escalating.
Running back into the closet to have another conversation is great. Instead of like trying to find a way out of the house, just be like,
Be out of business.
come back in.
That's exactly what I said.
We need to split them up.
The idea that like it's just obvious to anyone that that's a bad idea, opening a leather shop.
They got a great closet. Look at all their wooden hangers.
Nice. The only one who gets to push the button on the walkie.
Realization.
let me get back to you on that.
Almost laughing.
Oh,
There you go.
I'm totally
Yeah.
ruining it. Just ruining it.
Right on the cusp.
Just ruining it.
This is great.
Where are you guys? I'm in a little girl's room.
Frank, get back here. Mac and Charlie are going
This
to
is
do
like
a
some
diversion.
Jewel of the Nile, Danny DeVito stuff here.
I'll bet the fire.
Snooping?
I don't know. It just feels very Romancing the
It
Stone.
might be the whip.
Action-packed.
In the article.
The whip that's making you think that.
Yeah.
Pink nighty. Holy hell.
There's a teddy bear, and it's got something hard in it.
I'll bet the wife put the vase in the teddy bear.
Yeah, he's like searching for the. I don't know. It just feels like very Romancing the Stone. What was his character's name in that?
This thing.
No.
I remember his.
Danny DeVito?
What?
I have no idea. I watched it recently too.
He's so good in that.
Shut up.
Shut up. That is outrageous. That is an outrageous.
Just tears the girl's teddy bear to shreds.
That's loud. Okay. I smother it.
Frank, shut up.
Stop it. Hi, I'm Albert. I love you. Are you kidding me?
How have we not been caught at this point?
I think we felt like we had to address that.
Yeah,
right?
you had to address that
Yeah.
at some point.
Charlie, what are you doing here?
I snuck in. Mac was like being a dick about the walkie-talkie, you know, like he wouldn't let me push the button and stuff. Dick.
So he can just sneak in, but we can't seem to sneak out?
It wasn't easy. There's like a ton of closets in this house. I didn't know which closet you were in, okay? I had to look in a lot.
All right, well, now that we've split you two idiots up, maybe we can finally get back
At one
to
point, we had a line in the script about how you saying you couldn't believe how many closets there were in this house. There's a closet in every single room, and then we.
And we're
about,
like, yeah, that's
like a rule of closets.
Yeah, a rule of houses. Or
Rule
like,
of, yeah.
Okay, so that's a double cheeseburger meal, extra large chocolate.
Forgot about this.
Can you go ahead and throw an extra double cheeseburger on there, please? Because I'm very hungry.
Because I'm very hungry.
off and get a hamburger.
where'd you shoot that?
It was the first thing we shot of the second block. It was out in the out in the valley somewhere.
What happened to Charlie's diversion?
Charlie doesn't know what a diversion is, apparently. He just ran directly into
there that day.
No, I wasn't there either. Wow, we really slacked off.
Yeah, we really.
Well, this is just like a little piece. Yeah, it was like a little piece, and then we came back and shot the rest.
Yeah, I didn't want to be there.
You knew it was going to be brilliant.
It's kind of the point where it's like, if you can't do this, then come on.
Come on, you got just.
Yeah, you got to be able
pack
to
it
do
in.
this on your own. Yeah.
Pack it in.
Yeah, you're on your own here.
a Swedish accent. You don't know how to do one.
No, you do not do a Swedish accent.
Don't know who you are.
Some good range on those walkies.
Yeah.
It's a very good range. Don't, again.
Well, it's not that far.
Let's not poke holes in this.
Fix your pipes. That's good. That's a good accent.
Do a Philadelphia accent if you insist on doing an accent.
I'm not going to do a Philadelphia accent. I'm going to do a Swedish accent because that's what Indy would do. He's Philadelphia.
I was really
Not what
driving.
Indy would do. Indy's never done an accent in any of the movies.
Kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
According to Mackie, yes.
Yeah.
Well, guys, looks like we're on our own. Let's just make our move. Charlie, how'd you sneak in here?
Front door.
Let's just...
Front door? You just walked right in the front door?
Well, I ran. I had a little hustle going, but yeah, front door.
I had a little hustle going.
Yeah. I get a little hustle.
I think we should just walk right out the front door then.
I'm beginning to think that this family...
Probably something they should have done from the very beginning.
Yep, just walk on out.
I like it. I mean, we had to address the fact that we have been so outrageously loud. Like, how could they not have noticed that we're here?
Well, we are going there.
They got their own thing going on. Their whole family's breaking up.
I already packed your suitcase.
That's true. They got too much on their minds, you'll find out.
Pack Albert.
I don't want Albert. I want...
If you're paying attention.
If you're paying attention.
At all.
Yeah. If you're not too high.
If you're not too stoned at this point.
If you're not too stoned and drunk.
Here we go. A little ET shot here. Classic. The whip out is the best part. Like, just ready
to crack her if you had to.
Ready to crack her if need be.
We are assholes. No one is planning to murder Jay Leno or anyone else. This is a nice woman planning a surprise California vacation.
Dangerous family? No.
I think the idea of, like, us coming up with a theory about her wanting to murder Jay Leno is just a good example of how ridiculous we're able to escalate things.
He's coming with us to Disneyland instead of Daddy.
How'd you like it if we could go to Disneyland every day?
Are we going to California? Without Daddy?
So I'll be your new dad.
Yeah, there was always a question of how much we could show off screen of you guys just listening. Or on screen of you listening and how much dialogue we could play.
That's the dad.
Yeah, right.
Confront each other.
How could you do this to me? You still love me?
I don't know
Kids.
anymore.
It's not good enough.
I gotta say, this episode turned out pretty well, but it was not that fun to shoot.
Make a break for it.
Being jammed into a
You
closet.
jammed in the closets every
Yeah,
scene.
it's not the most fun thing in the world.
Now, let's all just calm down. We'll talk this thing out like a family. I don't care if it takes all night.
Yeah, I guess I never really left the van until the very end, huh?
No.
So I was in that van the entire time.
The idea that they're going to be a while, and we're like, all right, enough of this.
The joke of them turning out to be Asian was,
Oh, you spoiled it!
that was just a last minute kind of add-on. It was just like, how do we make this even weirder and more of a surprise?
No, wasn't that? I feel like that was in the break, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in the break.
It was, yeah, but it came late.
That was one of the last things we came up with.
It's a good joke. The deep Southern accents. I mean, you don't meet a lot of Asian.
It also plays into the overall story of making assumptions about
Yeah.
people based on very little information.
Yeah, and jumping to wild conclusions.
Oh. The vase!
Great. One last laugh.
All right, we'll just,
Yeah, and anyway, we'll be on our way.
Well,
And, I wouldn't pursue these people either.
no.
I'd be like, I don't. What was that?
It was weird that they were Asian, right?
Yeah.
Very weird. It's not expecting that.
And then it just sort of ends.
It just sort of ends.
And we're through another one. And if you're still listening now, you're a true fan.
Yeah.
Or you're asleep.
So stoned.
Half asleep.
So stoned.
Now you know how to make a TV show.
What else, Charlie?
Well,
You got a
my
thing,
kid's
right?
been sleeping through the night. That's been nice.
Oh, that's good. You have a
Yeah.
kid?
I have a child.
Okay, congrats, man. That's great. How old is he?
You know. Oh, end of the episode. Look at those babies. We still look exactly the same.
I hope so. I suspect I don't. Bye.